Happy Saturday, friends. It is time for Saturday morning crafting. I do have my coffee ready, even though I had like a really good night's sleep and I probably slept over 9 hours, but I do need this today. So happy Saturday. Today, I am going to work on a hat, but before I get started on the project itself, I wanted to talk a little bit about like reusing and recycling things you have. So we have these, I think we have 2 of these. I'm getting messages on my computer, but hopefully things are okay. I'm just going to keep going. If you hop on, say hello. But from a reuse recycle perspective, we have probably 2 of these hats, probably given to us at an event we went to. We're not Ford fans, so it's not likely anything we're going to use. But oh, actually, I just saw that there's a piece of cardboard that could be quite handy. So Chalk Couture has patches. They're iron-on ones, and I thought, you know, if you have something you don't particularly like, you can cover it up with a patch. Now, I'm not sure I like this color on black, so I may see if we have other hats that maybe are a little bit lighter that this might work with, or see if I could dye this or something. But that is an option, and I have seen people do it with darker hats, and it's fine. I'm not a hat person really, so I've never done hats before, so we're going to see how this works out. But I wanted to talk about patches and maybe reusing things you have that you don't necessarily wear instead of just giving them away. The other thing I like the patches for is either towels or blankets. Now, I will say if you're going to wash, probably need to sew this on versus iron on, because I think the edges lift when you wash. So I don't sew, but that would be something I think would be really cute. Even on a pillow, the patches are cute. So there we are, talking about patches. Now I'm going to work on a hat. I picked pink. I'm thinking brides, and I don't know why, but I had a couple other options. I love this mini font. Really fun to do customization with, really easy as well because it's small, but I don't think I'm going to use that. I love this turtle. This is a retired transfer stencil. He may go on maybe a blue hat or something. I really like him. He's very cute. But since I was thinking brides, I think I'm going to use these vintage labels. There's crowns. I don't know how well you can see them. And different labels, but I think I'm going to use this one here in gold, and I could see that for a bride, and then maybe you know, different hats with the smaller crowns just to the side for like bridesmaids and stuff. I think that would be really cute for a wedding party. So that's what's in my head. That's what I'm going with today, and we'll see how this turns out. So I'm going to tilt you down so you can see what I'm doing. If I can get this to move. There we go. All right. I think that looks pretty good. And I've never done a hat before, like I said, so putting something behind it so you have something firm to chalk on, I was wondering what to use. And I think this is part of my husband's heat press. I don't know if it's for hats, maybe, because I like the curve of it. It works well. Maybe it's mugs. I don't have any idea, but I'm going to use it, and I think it'll work. So I'm going to tuck it in here so that I think I'm going to tuck it in here so that I have something a little bit firm behind where I want to put that crown, but I want to just kind of center it too. Okay, this is not working. There we go. Wrong angle. I think that's gonna work okay. I'm just might have to hold it down a little bit. All right. I'm not sure these holes are straight. Maybe they are. Maybe it's just the way this is laying. All right. I'm gonna stop messing with it. I'm gonna move it up a little bit. All right, here's my stencil, and I don't have to fuzz since I'm using it on fabric. So I'm going to peel off the back and then This is the one I want, so I'm gonna try to place it. You know, I probably should work on this upside down because this bill's getting in my way. All right, that's better. And then we're just gonna kind of hope this works. All right, I think that's kind of centered. I think it's pretty straight. Maybe I bring it down a smidge. Let's try there. All right, I think we're centered. I think we're straight. And I'm just gonna try to press and hold as I'm chalking, inking, I guess not chalking, inking. So I'm using Shimmer Gold ink. And then after it goes on, you heat press it. You could use an iron and parchment paper, 4 minutes each side, front, you know, inside, outside. Or a Cricut heat press works as well, and that's a little bit less time because you can set the temperature where you need it, and I think it's about 30 seconds or so each side at like 305, 310, something like that. I will put the instructions in the comments. All right, so I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna tread lightly, use a light hand, and go in one direction, and I already got ink on my finger, so I'm gonna try not to touch anything. The nice thing about ink is that it takes a little bit longer to dry, so you can take your time. And I need to wipe this finger because I know I'm gonna touch. All right, that makes me feel better. So you have a little bit longer time to work. And shimmer also takes a little bit longer time. But I'm going to use a light touch, and just a little bit of ink goes a long way. And hope that this works out. Kind of fun. Maybe this will inspire me to wear hats. Probably should wear them like when I'm in the pool and in the sun, like for hours. Probably a good idea. All right, let's peel it up, see what happened. Oh, that's cute. Cute, cute, cute. Get these guys out of the way, and then I'm just gonna turn it a little bit. There we go. So there's our hat. I hope you like it. If you hop on replay, let me know you saw this. Let me know if you like it or not. And have a wonderful Saturday. I'll see you soon. Bye.